And we certainly want to welcome everyone to our Power Hour this morning. It's our Builders Update, and we have our wonderful TMLS staff, Christy Roberson and Lynn Brid with us today. And they are going to guide us through the Builders Update app and teach us all the things we need to know. And they're going to also let you know if you ever need a training session. They can do one for your office. They are awesome. But before we get started, we have a wonderful sponsor, Ed Roberson, and we would love for Ed to say a few words and kick this off.
Mayor Rachel, thank you. Good morning, everybody. It's good to see you here. I am Ed Roberson. Our company is Home Team Inspection Service. Some of you may know about us already, but would like to share real quick that we have the inspections and a wide array of additional services that we provide during your due diligence period in the transaction. And one thing we do with that is give you something no one else is offering. That's a lot of your time back between booking the services and then the fact that you can make one call and we get all of it lined up. I would invite you to go to our website at hometeam.com/triangle, and that's Mayor Rachel will probably put that up again at the end here. You can see our team, you can see our price list, you can see that wide array of services that I'm talking about. And there's also a sample report there that will show you, it is what, from my experience, the easiest to read and understand report in the business. We do a thorough review on site, rapid turnaround of the inspections of those additional services: termite, radon, well and septic, indoor air quality, water analysis, HVAC diagnostic, chimney inspection, swimming pools, depth of experience with really old homes. Our technology process makes everything easier for the client and the agent. We've got customer service 8 to 5 weekdays. And last, I'll say, I have several classes that I teach on home inspection topics, an orientation class for less experienced agents, an HVAC class that's for all agents. It informs you in a way that you're better able to serve your clients, and also a class on radon gas in real estate that really takes you from how it forms underground to how it migrates into the house, the health hazards and the mitigation of it. So we find that people get a lot of value out of that. And that's the whole point, is for us to bring value to your business. Always consider me a technical resource to answer any questions you might have. I'm going to put my contact info in. If Mayor Rachel, if you'll throw that back up on the screen real quick, I'll also put it in the chat, and look forward to being able to help you guys any way we can in the future. Ed Roberson, Home Team Inspection Service.
Thank you so much, Ed. Yes, I will share that really quick. I'll share it at the end. How about that?
Okay, that's
but
perfect.
If you could put it in the chat, that would be great. But I will definitely throw that at the end. And with that being said, Christy and Lynn, I will turn it over to you. Let me make you co-host. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
Great.
All right, so I'm going to probably start and stop sharing my screen twice during this, because Lynn and I are going to ping pong back and forth a little. We are super excited. The Triangle MLS feels like we needed one more tool. Don't y'all agree? You needed one more thing to add into your toolbox. So we've added something else. So let me just remind everybody, I'm Christy Robertson. My teammate Lynn Brid is with us today as well, and we are the training team for the Triangle MLS. It is kind of exciting for us that we get to do this every day, and we're excited to be able to be with the Raleigh Regional Association this morning for the Power Hour. We're going to talk Builders Update. And it is new construction. So one of the neat things is this tool is actually found on the Paragon homepage. So as you're logged into Paragon and you're sitting on the homepage, we've added it into your resources folder. So when you choose your resources folder, you'll notice that we've added it in right here. And when you click on it, you are instantly logged in. We use a single sign-on option that allows you access directly in, so you don't have to worry about creating a set of credentials or anything else. It's all here. So we're going to talk through what you see, how you're going to be able to utilize this tool, and some very unique things that you can do in conjunction with the Collaboration Center. Lynn's going to walk us through a neat little import tool that we have here. So for those of you that are not aware, Builders Update is only new construction. It comes to you at no additional cost. It actually came to the Triangle MLS at no additional cost, which is really a neat thing for us to have this partnership. We are the one of 3 MLSs in the state of North Carolina that have a partnership with the Builders Update currently. So you now have it almost covering the entirety of the state with that partnership. But the beauty of Builders Update is it's actually a national product. So as you are looking at and exploring these tools, you will be able to see national builders as well as custom builders. And there's a great deal of partnership that goes on with that. So if you've got friends and family that live in another part of the country and they are looking to maybe possibly build a new home, you could go and search in their area as well and see who might be available for you. The reason that the Triangle MLS chose to have this partnership was the builders that are part of the Builders Update all agree to compensate realtors. So they are not, they don't allow realtors who do not agree to compensate. So it falls in that model that we as an MLS believe in, which is cooperation and compensation. So we wanted to make sure that that's really clear. So let's take a quick look at what we see on this page. So as you come in, you'll notice that we have a map and a list. And the beauty of this is this map allows you to easily select a part of property or to pick something else. The search types are really unique with this as well. So you'll notice that there is a list here that says I'd like to search all types. And when I make a choice to click on this, the caret opens up a new pull down menu and we can see multiple types. Inventory homes, to be built homes, coming soon communities. We can search by custom builder and non-participating builders as well. There's not a way that they exclude them. If they know about that builder in the area, they do make an effort to include them. We have multiple ways we can search. We can draw polygons, very similar to what we do within our map search feature within Paragon. We can draw radiuses as well. We actually will default to the metro area, which is Raleigh, Durham, and Cary, which is what's defaulting here. But you can come in and just quickly click on and change this if you wanted to. One of the other unique things that we see in here is as we go down the right-hand side, we see that this is one of 50 that are showing in this list of 433 active builders listings that are populating on. So as I hover my cursor, you'll notice in the map, there's a little bouncing ball that comes up. That's just letting you know where in the map these properties are located so you can easily grab them and move to them so you wouldn't have any issue in finding them. Now, here's your little pro tip for today. One of the things you'll want to do when you log in is to always click search as I move the map. Because one of the features that we find is that as we zoom in, the map begins to populate even more. And so we'll begin to see that as we make that search and we're taking a look, anytime it zooms or looks, the list repopulates, the zoom repopulates, and we begin to see different pieces. Now, again, you'll notice that as I drag my cursor around, we begin to see those properties ping and pull up in a bubble. We could easily click on it and open it up. We can click on the details tab. And Lynn, did it pop up with the next window, or did I need to reshare it so that it will show both?
It did not.
Thanks. It does this every time. I love that.
I know.
Ay, ay, ay. Hoping. There we go. Sometimes it will let me see it all and sometimes it won't. So I'm going to try and share it so you can see everything. Well, you're probably going to see a little bit of yourselves too, because I'm sharing a whole screen and it does like to populate with everything. But here's what we see when we do this. We get this amazing screen that comes up and allows us, let me move this out of my way so I can see, allows us to actually see all the details of the property that we're looking at. So we've got this really unique feel that's happening here where we've got an overview of who the builder is, the price, the community. We have the images scrolling through for us. We can view the images separately as a pop-out window. So we're able to easily scroll through those and see all of those pieces so we can take a quick look for our clients. We also have the floor plan information that's always going to populate, so we're able to check that out. And if the builder has a virtual tour, did that come up, Lynn?
Yes.
Oh, good. We actually have access to this great virtual tour that the builder has put in as well. So these tools are available for you to use right here within this product. We also have an Ask the Builder button and a community button. These tools allow you to get more information by contacting the builder directly and get more information on their community. A lot of that's here as well. So we're going to take a little walk. You'll notice this is very similar to the information you are seeing within Paragon. So you're able to get those driving directions. You're going to be able to tell your bedroom detailing, your community and square footage piece, our school information. We also have some contact information for who the on-site agents are. And we know that this is a builder that is going to pay a co-op commission. That information is not necessarily printed out just because we don't want to deal with any conflicts of interest there or sharing of information we're not supposed to, but it does tell you that you're going to have the ability to get paid from this builder. And we know when their model information, their model hours are, so we have that available. At the top, you can start to create a saved folder. So you're able to add this to different carts. We're going to build a customer cart here in just a second, or a buyer folder, but you can easily add this into your cart and save it as well. And it's in your saved properties. We can email this information to our client or to ourselves with this tool. So for us, the agent, we're getting brief details, but expanded information if we want, more community information, and we can put a little custom message in. If we chose to send the buyer's version, I want you to notice that this is actually defaulting to share a copy of this email with you, so you don't have to worry about making a copy. And again, a good way for you to start to share things with your client about this information. And you can print it or map it as well. So I'm going to close these details and hop back over here to the map. One of the nice things with this is as we are looking, when we come in here, you'll notice we can register a buyer. Now, I'm going to give you a little heads up for me. I am not a realtor, so I don't have the ability to register buyers because I don't carry an active real estate license. But you, as an active broker in our market, will notice that you can come in and click on register buyer. And this tool is actually going to allow you to notify that builder that your buyer is probably going to come to them without you. It's a guarantee that you are still involved in the process. So if you've had a conversation with your client and they're going to be down in the Wake Forest in North Raleigh area, that Millbrook area, and you know that there are some properties that they might be interested in, you could use this tool to quickly grab and create conversation with your clients and open it up and begin to take care of all of those properties. Now you'll notice I zoomed in and we've got some pretty hefty detailed information here. Remember those color types, spec homes versus to be built and all of that. It really comes up one by one. The mapping may not be perfect, but it is going to get you what you need. And here's the way we see that. It's all hanging out over here on the side. And as I touch, it begins to tell me all the information we need on this builder. All right, so I'm going to zoom back out in the map, and we're going to take a little bit more time to look at some other tools on this page. Now, we're full of tools here, but the thing we need to do first, and anyone who's been in any of my trainings has heard me say, is that we really need to check out your profile. So if you're playing along, you might want to click on that profile wheel, and we're going to begin to do some updating of your information. Now, this information is looking for a very specific photo type, only a 150 by 200. So that means you've got to resize your photo. So there's actually a video for it. I keep telling people you need to click on this because there's a video. They've got it built in so you can watch it and learn how to do this. There's actually a little pop-up that comes in and walks you through how to resize your photo so that you can get it just so when you upload it. The same thing would be true for adding in your company logo. This is really important for you to get right. We want you to have that information so it looks just like you and that it feels like you as you're looking. And you'll notice that we're putting in all that key contact information, your office address, your default metro. And yes, you can put in any metro that you like. We will default based off of the state of North Carolina, but you're able to pick and choose whichever suits the area that you are searching for with your clients. So make sure you make that selection as well. Get that zip code and phone number in and your email address. They do have a great program. The founder of Builders Update is a vet, and he loves to make sure that he hooks veterans to veterans. So he has a big push for that as well. And again, your agent logo. Now, this brokerage information, we want to make sure that we know who you are, and that's you. Try, putting in your information and updating that. So when you click update, it's going to come in and make sure that your profile has been successfully updated. One of the great things that we also have is just this whole reminder on how to get that photo uploaded. So please make sure you take some time to do that. One of the reasons that I think Lynn and I like Builders Update is they do daily webinars. It's about a 40-minute webinar that they provide, and you can click and join anytime with them as well. And they will give you some good little key tools as well. All right, so we're going to click on the tools bar. We're going to talk about some things, and then I'm going to flip to Lynn, and then we're going to come back. So one of the neat things that you have the ability to do is to create automated searching. You guys are familiar with automated searching, right? Now, we know that we need to do some automation to all things. And with Builders Update, you have the ability to create a search that runs every 24 hours. You can choose to push it to your clients. You can choose to keep it to yourself. But as we're using this 24-hour concierge, we get to name them whatever we'd like them to be. I can never type and talk. So, and then we've labeled that and we get to configure it. So only new inventory, all inventory, current inventory, to be built inventory. So you can do both. You can make sure that it's giving you what you need. We can put in that we wanted to do this in carry, and you'll notice as I type, it begins to pre-populate that information. Putting in your price point allows you to put in a range, 500 to 550. Keep in mind that if you add the extra 3 zeros, you're going to be looking for 500 million. Then you can put in beds, baths, square footage, and garage, or leave it blank. But if you know what your client is looking for, it's very easy for you to add that information in. You can even add in school district information, subdivision, builders branding if you knew if your clients were looking for a particular brand or you were trying to get to a particular brand. And you can get really specific with property type. So say perhaps your clients are looking for a townhome 55 and older community. Could really narrow in with that type of a search. Now, as we scroll down, you'll notice we can choose our frequency, daily, weekly, or monthly. If you're just running it because you're trying to stay in tune, maybe daily is not what you need. Maybe weekly is what you were after. And you can choose what day of the week it pulls this information. So if say every Sunday night, I wanted to get an update, I could set it to do that. Maybe it works better for you to be on Fridays. You're welcome to have that as your day as well. So just pick what day works best for you. Now, here's my favorite little tool with this. We can set this up to send it to our homeowner as well. So I've got a client who's looking to buy a new construction in a few months, and they want to just see how inventory is changing. We could click on select home buyer, and we get a whole new section. We get to select our home buyer. We can, out of the list we've already created, it pulls their email. And then we can decide how often. Now here, keep this in mind. Their frequency is your frequency. So if you are choosing to send this to your home buyer, they're going to get it as often as you select. So make sure you have that conversation, and then we can create our concierge piece, and it will begin to show us all of those results as we are hunting and searching. So we know where they are, how we can edit them and come back to them. Oh, all right. So we keep talking about all of these homeowners and how do we get these home buyers in here? So we have a couple of ways, and I'm going to punt it over to Lynn and let her walk you through this part.
Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, and let me get in there. All right, whoop, moving the chat out of my way. All right, so I'm going to go back up to my tools where Christy just was, and I'm going to click on Manage Home Buyers first. So we can manually put in home buyers if we want to, but one of the great things here about Builders Update is that you can upload them. When you go to upload them, you just have to have them in the format of a CSV file, but they actually have instructions here. So I'm going to click on download and open up that instructions screen. Hopefully you can see this. Yes, great. Okay, so it does remind you it has to be a CSV file. The only data that it's going to include are first name, last name, email, and phone number. So be aware of that. And let me go ahead and do that for you. Hang on one second here. I am going to go to one last thing here, download CSV template, because what you can do is create the template and then just pull in that export. So in Paragon, to do this, you are simply going to go to Contacts, View Manage Contacts, and select any contacts that you want to pull in from Paragon. I don't have many contacts, kind of sad here. And they're people like Donald Duck and Abe Lincoln and Mickey Mouse. So yeah, obviously not working with real contacts, but I'm going to go ahead and select them all. And then just above my list, I'm going to go to Export. When I select export, it assumes that I want the selected ones, but it does default to a .vcf. So I'm going to change it to a CSV. I click OK, and it has exported my, and you'll see in a second, there we go. It has exported my list, and then I can just open up my template that I had open and insert this set of names and addresses and names and phone numbers and email addresses. So let's see, I can do that by going here. I do have my contacts already downloaded, and here it's going to pull them in. But remember, again, it's only going to do first and last name, email address, and phone number if you have all that information in. So pretty easy to do that, especially if you are keeping all of your contacts in Paragon. But if you're using some kind of CRM, you can do the exact same thing. You just export it from there, make sure it's a CSV file, download that template, and just pull in those names into your list, into your template. And back to you, Christy.
I absolutely love that we can pull all that contact information out of Paragon back over.
And it's
Like
easy.
that is like so amazing, just for the way that we all are, like, we keep all that stuff in there and we're kind of working through it. It's so nice to have. All right, so we've got our homeowners uploaded. We've brought everybody in. We've started to decide to invite them. We can easily add new homeowners as well, one at a time. When you click on the add homeowners button, you'll notice we get a little pop-up that asks us to put in a first name, last name. Let's see who we're going to do. Oh, let's do Phil today. Phil Powers. And we just put in a phone number for Phil. And then we could give Phil an email. All right, and then we can invite him. And so what just happened, yes, I know there's somebody else. This is intentional too. So I want you to think about this. If you've got a husband and wife and they both want to get the same update, they have to have two separate emails, or they have to both be able to have access to the same one. So they're going to love me for this, Lynn.
Oh gosh.
All right, so we've successfully created Phil Powers. And you'll notice I'm also waiting on another one of my clients to say, yes, I really want you to be checking that out, right? Come on and join. And they haven't, but I have one active buyer who has. I could run a report and see what kind of activity we've had with that client. And in doing that, it says, how far back do you want to go? Last 7 days, last 30 days. We can do a specific time range. We can reach back out to that buyer. So if we said last 7 days, run that report, we'd see if any activity had corresponded down here. And as you've heard Lynn and I say numerous times, we actually don't have clients, right? Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. It just happens all the time these days. Excuse me. But so we have the ability to get to know who our clients are and what their likes are. All right, you'll notice there's this one that says buyer request. So Builders Update is a realtor program. It's designed for realtors and a cooperation with realtors. But on occasion, the public stumbles onto it. And if they know that their realtor is part of this, they might be reaching out to you and saying, hey, oh my God, I stumbled on this. Are you part of this? The great answer for all of us is yes. Yes, we are. So it's a good way for us to continue to grow and to learn and do new things with this. All right, so there's a couple of other things on here we really need to talk through. We need to talk through this new home spotlight. So one of the reasons that we wanted the partnership we have with the Builders Update is the ability to glean leads. So as any good realtor knows, and I'm a realtor in recovery, Lynn is as well. If you guys did not know that, I think that's one of the unique things about us as trainers is we've been on the other side. Both of us actually worked new construction for a while. So we actually have a little bit of a feel for this. This new home spotlight is a tool you get to create a widget that you're going to place on your website, on that page where people can come and check it out. So they do make some very simple steps with the get started. There are multiple types of widgets that they will walk you through. I will not be able to create the full widget, and I know that you guys will, but here's the beauty of it. You get to name it what you'd like to name it. So this is the Lynn and Christy.buildersupdate.com. We've got our logo uploaded. We could load in our amazing team headshot here. And then we would click create my new home spotlight. All right, so here's the thing. Once you click this, you cannot change your name. Shorter's better. For those of you that have these amazingly big names for your team, keep it simple. I mean, really, this is a good time to go with the KISS method. I know it's easy to say that this is Christy with Alphabet Soup realty.builderupdate.com. The hard part is you may change firms. And then Christy with Alphabet Soup Realty may actually be Christy with Xylophone Realty, and you'll want to flip that. And it's hard to do because we can't delete that widget. It doesn't get, can't do a name change on a widget. Once you've clicked here, you're going to get 3 different widgets to choose from. You'll notice they're all attached above. They're different types of forms, different looks for each of them. One's a click through your logo, one's a click through your photo, and one's a click through the BU logo. These widgets then with your webmaster, or if you're that great yourself, you are going to plug this into your web page and put it in a particular location. They can be sized to fit the look that you currently have. So they can be very small, a very big banner if you wish, but isn't that a great way? So here's the neat thing. Remember over here, we were talking about people that have asked that we're waiting to get to us. All right, these are those pending requests from buyers. These are generated out of that widget. So whenever anyone clicks on your new home spotlight widget, you get notified. So it's a great way for you to continue to glean and grab leads as you're going through using this tool. All right, so there's a couple other things we should poke around with here. We talked about our concierge. We talked about how to manage and upload home buyers. One of the other things we can do is we can save listings. Just like any other tool we have, you create a cart, and this cart drops those saved listings in. Now, as you'll notice, they've also created file folders based off of the user I attached them to. Now, we'll save one again and pop it in a different cart just so you can watch it happen. But as we click on and select our buyer, we see the listings that are associated with that buyer. So we can take a quick look, see what's hanging out in that cart, and be able to explore that area. Now, there are projects that are within this that you may or may not have created, and a project is a search tool for you, or units in a condo building. So just letting you be able to search different ways. And within this tool, we can also change how emails are set up. So Builders Update does have a weekly, monthly update that they will be beginning to send out in January. It's kind of a neat tool. They've actually gone ahead and they have put this in. Oh, I can't even type today. So put your email in and click update. Now you've been opted in to receive this update from them. Can you get out of it? Yes. I had somebody ask me the other day, can I get out of it? Yes, you can get out of it anytime you want. You can just stop it. It's that simple. But the information is all about what's going on with new construction within our market. They are willing to slow down your notifications or share them with you. But this tab that says notifications is actually based off of the bell in the upper right-hand corner. It is a recap of what's happened. So I sent out an email invitation to become my buyer and attached to me. When they accept, you see it here. When they put things back in your cart, you begin to see it there. All right, so I'm going to hop back out here to our search tool real quick, and let's talk about some other really neat things that we can do with this. So as with any good search engine, we have the ability to filter. We can change. It's a little different than the way we filter in Paragon because the choices are a little bit more limited. Builders Update is very passionate about people being able to stay within a school district that they're currently in. So as you put this in, you'll notice there is a pull down menu in this field that comes up and says which county. It defaults because we had picked the Raleigh-Durham-Cary Metro to all of them. But if we'd had Cary in, and we put in the Cary, North Carolina, and we come up and we pull down, it will be limited to just Wake County. So it is able to make those delineations for you. I'm going to just show you what it looks like. We pull Durham so you can see that. So as it comes out, it changes that county and tells you we're doing Durham and Wake, because Durham, North Carolina actually falls into Wake County right now. All right. The other thing is the communities. I get asked all the time about the communities. Do you have a list of builders? Do you have a list of communities? Depending on the area where you are and what you're looking for, these communities begin to fill in. And as you can see, it is a very complete list. So if you have been trying to figure out where things are, you can actually click and apply just one at a time. You could pick all or none. So if I chose the 12 Oak subdivision, we're just going to pick the one at the top. I get the error message today. That should not happen. There it goes. It got me there. All right. So we're hopping into all those builders that are currently building in 12 Oaks. And you'll notice that Stanley Martin right now is the primary builder. There's a neighborhood next to it that's got some others. So do you guys see how that's working? We're able to get more information. And again, clicking on that search as I move gets you more and more data as we're searching in that area. So I always tell folks it's better to kind of do more than less. So just make sure you're making that search very complete as you're beginning to search. All right, so one of the other things that I love, come back to the rally, is that as we are searching in our map and we've looked at more filters, one of the things you'll notice that there's a condo project search button. So currently we don't have any that are really active right now, but you'll notice that we can specify a city or a zip and it will find it. So there is one that is kind of hanging out here that's near us. I'm going to kind of scroll out and see if I can get it to pull in for Raleigh. And it's going to let me know that if there's not a current condo that has been stuck in here. So, all right, so there's a condo project in downtown Raleigh, right? Y'all know that. I know a couple in Durham, maybe even one in Chapel Hill. All right, so here's something you need to know. Read step 5. All right, so here's a great thing that we have with Builders Update. They have a little bit of a pay it forward program for realtors. They want you to help them build their partnerships. So custom builders, those are super important to them. And knowing the condos, or knowing if you know of a builder that's in our area and you're trying to figure out who it is and you're not seeing them, reach out to Builders Update. You can pick up your phone and call them, or you can send an email to buildersupport@buildersupdate.com. And if you are initiating the conversation with Builders Update and that builder, and they get that builder to agree to be part of the Builders Update website, you get a little gift. I'm not quite sure what it is. We don't get anything, but I have talked with Builders Update with several different builders. So we're trying to work through it with you as well. So just know that it is a piece for us as well that we're trying to get to. So just keep that in mind as well. We don't want you to be without good information. We're trying to make sure that we get you every single thing you need. Come on, let's come back to my metro, please. I love the metro way better. Clicked a button I shouldn't have clicked. I'm going to have to definitely get away from that. All right, so what else do we have as we're looking through here? When I open up more filters, again, we can put in those property types, those community types. I do love that it's letting us look at community types. Back up, please, and thank you. 2 more times, please. And I'm a big believer in the search properties.
Isn't that funny that it won't default back to your
I know,
Retro.
I know why it did. It was my fault. I clicked on a button I shouldn't have clicked on. I will be unsetting my location. It'll be a clear cache kind of moment.
maybe?
Yeah.
There we go.
That's much better. Sometimes we just have to move things around to get what we want. I do enjoy this tool, and just like everybody else in our market, we are still learning too. So that is a super important piece. Oh, it's because I logged myself out, Lynn. How awful. I'm like, why am I not seeing it?
That's strange.
Okay, so I'm a big believer in real world scenarios, and you can't get any more real world than your trainer logging themselves out, right? So let's just talk about how that happens. The other thing that we're able to do is search for custom builders. And I do like that we have this tool here. There is only one, and it's actually a build on your own lot from Drees Homes right now. I know there are other custom builders, so I'm going to click on this just so we can talk about, again, here is your tool to get yourself the pay it forward just by reaching out. Do you work in new construction? You know somebody that's not part of this? Reach out. Let's get that conversation happening to them so we can make sure that that piece is getting, out there for us. You will notice that as we are looking at this, we're able to see very specific information like condo projects, custom builders. We can adjust our search to be different things. So really start to pick on those. You can also select all, just like any good spreadsheet. This will only pick the first 50 on the page, or you can skip through and just pick the ones that you like. Now, I do like that we get to register our builders and we get to talk about our co-op. So please, please, please take time to do that. It's very, very important that you do. Without that information, you don't get what you need, right? So we want you to do that. And as with any good map search, Lynn, what do we know? The bubble means there's more hiding underneath. So clicking on this takes us into that area, and we get to see more and more information as it populates and we search. I did get asked this question the other day, and I just want to clarify this. We do not have a way with Builders Update to eliminate 3-story townhomes. Gosh, oh gosh, I wish we did, but that doesn't happen right now. One of the things that we're building on our side is hey, can we request this in your filters? And so I've actually sent it over on a request for that. So, all right, I'm going to stop talking and let you guys throw some questions at us. Please and thank you.
Don't be shy. You've got 2 for 1 today.
I know they're all afraid. It's so cute.
No, you just did a great job, Christy, of explaining. Very thorough.
Thank you. Thank you. Well,
it really is a great tool. And the more that you will participate and you will, let Builders Update know about other builders in our area, the more we're going to grow and the more robust a resource it's going to be for everyone. So we're excited that you're going to be part of this partnership as well.
Oh gosh, absolutely. I think that's fantastic. Well, before Mary Rachel pops Ed's contact information back up, I want to share a couple of tools that are hanging out on the Paragon homepage. I know you guys are super busy, but we make a point of making sure that your training schedule gets posted very, very quickly. We actually have the November training, and I think tomorrow or the Wednesday, the December schedule is going to get posted for training, so you guys can get the month of December in. It's a little shortened training month for us because of the holiday, but we want to get that posted. And there's 2 tools that are on this page that you should be aware of. The first is the Help Center. The technical help desk staff spends a lot of time figuring out and listening to you when you call in, but by clicking on this link, it takes you over to a resource that allows you to get answers to all things Triangle MLS. We've got all products, news, there's a link to the video library, subscribership and billing, data integrity, more resources, the system status. So if you think something's not working right, click here because we do try to keep those posted, and then our data distribution. All right, y'all heard me say video, right? I hope so. We also have it hiding in another place, and that is right here. Lynn and I have been recording, and our great marketing and communications director, Thomas, has been editing out short snippet training videos as a resource for you. So click on this link, click out there, and you'll see there's quick grabs of short little video pieces and just for you to do. And again, that's also hiding here. So you're able to get to it. If you can't remember one, it's there in the other. But Lynn and I do provide on-site team training. I don't know how many of you are back in person. We haven't really ventured to that yet, but you're always welcome to reach out, training@trianglemls.com, and we'd love to schedule some team training for any of your teams or offices. Just let us know. All right, Mary Rachel.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Lynn. We love our TMLS staff. It's a small group, so I will throw it to everyone else in the chat. If you have anything you would like for us to bring to you all, as far as speaker sessions go or the MLS side, put it in the chat. I will read through everything, and hopefully in 2022 we can look at some of those. But I am going to share Ed's information one more time. He is an awesome resource as far as the inspectors go. And I will hang around for a few minutes. I hope everyone has a wonderful Monday and a wonderful week, start to the week. Thanks, Christy. Thanks, Lynn. We will be doing more of those. So stay tuned for that. And thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.